Hi guys, welcome to Ziva's classroom. On today's episode, we'll be looking at a very important topic I titled self-love. But before I continue, I would like you to hit the like button, follow up this channel. You can as well comment down below and share to your friends and loved ones who you think need to level up on all areas of their lives. So, on today's episode, we'll be looking at a very important topic self love. But before I continue, I would like us to read a scripture in the Bible, Mark 12:31, which says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. This actually means that you cannot actually love people correctly without you loving yourself. It needs to start from you, it needs to start from within. It should start from you. That's self love. Now, there are a few things I put down here I would love us to discuss about. The first on my list is what is self-love? What does self-love truly mean? Self-love is a way of showing affinity, is a way of showing appreciation, is a way of showing positive regard for oneself. Self-love also means understanding the true essence of being and accepting who you are, just the way you are, just the way God has made you, and intentionally living your life to become a better version of yourself and to be that person whom God has called you to be. That is self love. If you do things in order to support your emotions, to support your well being, to support your physical and emotional well being, you're actually loving yourself correctly. But if you look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am not good enough, I am not doing it well, I don't like my skin color, I don't like my hair, I don't like my stomach, I don't like anything about myself, you are not loving yourself correctly. You need to start loving yourself correctly. It's only when you start loving yourself correctly that you will fulfill purpose and become who God has destined you to be. So you need to start loving yourself. You can pause this video and think deep. Ask yourself, am I really loving myself the way I'm supposed to love myself? Am I really doing those things that are supposed to make me happy, that's supposed to make me a better version of myself? You need to start loving yourself correctly. Now, the second question is, why is self love important? Self love is important because if you do not love yourself correctly, it will be very, very difficult for you to be motivated. And studies made it known that if you don't love yourself correctly, you will not be able to take up new opportunities, new risks, and new chances. So you need to start loving yourself, start believing in what you can do, start believing in your capabilities, start believing in yourself. Yes, we do have our weaknesses, we do have our strengths, but it's only when you love yourself and accepted who you are that you can actually explore and become a better person. So start loving yourself. Now, the next thing I want us to talk about is the stages of self love. The first on my list is self acceptance. Now, you need to accept who you are. You need to accept who God has made you to be. You need to accept your skin. You need to accept your intellectual capabilities. You need to accept your weaknesses. You need to accept your strength. You need to accept everything you are. Yes, you need to start accepting yourself. And that is only when you can explore and become a better person. The second stage of self love is self development. When you finally accepted who you are, when you finally accepted your being, because no two persons are the same, that is only when you can start developing yourself. You want to read books to enlarge your course, you want to learn new skills, you want to learn new things, you want to do extraordinary things. That is self development. You want to go to places where you can be inspired. That is self development. Okay, the next stage of self love is self confidence. When you finally understood who you are, you're developing yourself to become a better version of yourself, you really need to have this confidence with whom you become. Yes, I can do it. Self confidence will help you believe in yourself. Yes, you want to take up new skills. Yes, you tell yourself, I can do it. Self confidence is there to direct you, is there to make you have high regard for yourself. Love yourself just the way you are. Now, the next stage of self love is self care. You need to start taking care of yourself. You need to start taking care of yourself, your skin, everything about you. Eat good food, drink water, take fruit, always take good care of yourself. You love people and you take care of them. You want to always show appreciation to them. You want to always love them for who they are. Have you ever thought about loving yourself? Have you ever thought about loving who you are? Have you ever thought about giving yourself that treatment you want to give to other people? Yes, you need to start giving yourself a very good treatment. That is only when you can start giving to others as well. Okay, there are things I put down here. What self love is not. I put down that self love is not arrogant. Self love is not proud. Self love is not braggadocious. Self love is not selfish. Self love is not always having this feeling that they are better off than other people. Self love, it's not always want to intimidate people. It's not always competitive. You're trying to compete with people. No, that is not self love. But what is self love? Self love is being humble, self love is being kind, self love is positive, self love is always looking out for a way to become a better version of herself. That is self love. Self love does things in an extraordinary manner. Self love have already accepted who they are and they are working hard on daily basis to become a better version of themselves. That's a self-love. So I need you to start loving yourself correctly because if you do not love yourself correctly, it will be very hard for you to attract people to love you and it will be very hard for you to even love people correctly. So start loving yourself. Do not forget Zipa's Classroom have you covered. You can comment down below, share to your friends, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Always know that Zipa's Classroom has you covered. See you on the next video.